If you've ever thought task boxes just don't work for my students, I'm going to ask you very gently to pause. Hey there, it's Jennifer from Positively Learning. And in this quick video, I want to talk about some problems that you might be seeing and a quick fix. Because most of the time, it's not the students we're working with, it's the setup, and we're going to troubleshoot it together. All right, so when students rush, avoid, or they are constantly interrupting and asking for help, we often assume it's behavior. And sometimes it is, right? But sometimes it's not. It's more confusion. And confusion can live in unclear systems. And you could have the best task boxes in front of those students. You've done all of the work, but the system just needs a few tweaks. So let's start here. If a student is interrupting and they seem to need you every single time they open that task box, it's just not independent yet. And that's not a failure. It just means that skill or the structure just needs adjustments. Sometimes the task can be academically too hard, or sometimes there's just too many pieces. So they know the skill, but it's cumbersome. And sometimes the directions are just not clear enough. Independence isn't about hoping they're going to just figure it out because it's a skill that they know. It's about designing a task so that it answers their questions before they even ask them. So if they're constantly looking up at you, that's a design clue, not a behavior issue. Problem number 2, independence thrives on routines. So if students are seeing a bin in a different place every day, or sometimes there's 2 tasks, or sometimes there's 5 tasks, or if the expectations shift depending on how the morning's going so far, because that's real. Students might stay in the what's happening mode or trying to figure it out mode, and they're using all of their energy to figure out the routine, and then they can't really focus on the skill. The structure has to stay as steady as possible, even if the content is rotating. So you're keeping the same format, the same flow, the same expectations. That's going to support your students. Problem number 3, I'm going to say very gently. This one's huge, and I'm not putting the blame on anybody. But independent work is just not automatic, even if it feels like it is, or even if students look like they can do it on their own, and they have done it on their own before. We still need to double check because independent work is not automatic. It is a skill, and skills have to be explicitly taught. So we are going to continue modeling it. Even if they get it right the first try, we're going to try it a few more times, and we're going to practice it together, and we're going to reinforce it. Sometimes it seems like students can work independently and we go real fast through those steps. And then we just expect students to just do the work independently. But we also need to teach them how to begin the task, how to stick with the task, how to persist through it, how to finish the task, and of course, what to do if they get stuck. Independence is taught, and then it's a gradual release, not something immediate. And I know you know this. So before you give up on task boxes, please pause. Please don't scrap the whole system. We just might need to adjust one part. Maybe it's simplifying the task so it truly matches the student's independent level. Or it's the routine. We just need to make it feel more predictable every day. Or it's the expectation, teaching it explicitly, just like we would do with any academic skill. We're fixing the system instead of the students. And then everything can shift. Suddenly, those same task boxes that weren't working can start working and start building real independence. If you are looking for tasks that build independence from the start, I invite you to check out the Taskbox Dollar Club. I'll put a link in the show notes. But it's even more about that. It's about the system that you're going to use. So I'll drop a link below if you want to explore it. And if this has helped you rethink your setup, I would love for you to hit subscribe. I come on here and share weekly strategies to help you build systems that support students and they support you by protecting your energy. All right, I'll catch you next time.